Hello and welcome again. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Fox TV New. Today we are gonna talk about the reggae revival. Do you think the reggae revival has stalled? Reggae revival stalls. Renowned promoter says movement found wanting. It's like they're saying the Jara is found wanting. We'll hear more on this. Let's go. The recent death of veteran roots reggae star Max Romeo has underlined the crisis of identity and continuity that haunt reggae. Who will carry the mantle going forward? Industry insiders are asking. Over the past 2 decades, the death of standard bearers like Robbie Shakespeare, Joseph Culture Hill, Gregory Isaacs, John Holt, Lee Scratch Perry, Albert Griffiths of Gladiators, Tootsie Bert, Tabby and Bonnie of the Mighty Diamonds, Peter Morgan and Coco T have left a huge void in the live reggae circuit. The situation is further compounded by the fact that other stewards such as Big Youth, Ivorian singer Alpha Blondie 72 and Burning Spear, who is 80, are on the verge of retirement. Freddie McGregor, who is 68, suffered a stroke that has affected his ability to tour. The global icon, 80 years old Jimmy Cliff, is not touring as well. Tour gurus like Copeland Forbes are not as active anymore. Ska star Derek Morgan is an octogenarian and is not as active. Ken Booth, a big puller in the UK market, is visually impaired and also not very active. The question we have to ask is, are we creating the sounds that will stand out in years to come? Who will be the new headliners? And can they fill up venues? Booking agent Stevenson told Observer Online. It's a sobering realization that it may just be the end of an era. The reggae producers Lee Scratch Perry and Striker Lee have passed on, but where are the new great reggae creatives? We need new music and new products to penetrate the marketplace, Stevenson added. The third generation of the Marleys is continuing the tradition. The Marley sound is still alive. The burden of touring is now on the shoulders of artists like Capleton, Buju Banton, and Protege, Stevenson said. But what of the new reggae stars who are under the age of 35? Renowned Barcelona-based reggae promoter Julian Mancebo believe that the new wave of next generation reggae stars has failed to properly manifest. So it's like I say people, there's more people that might come up in a music, like they're more interested in a dancehall and other things, hip hop and all of them things there, more than the reggae genre. Most of them coming up only interested in this new trap and them thing there. Let's get back to the article. Mancebo theorizes that the self-imposed absence of emerging reggae stars like Chronixx and Coffee on the live music scene for the past 2 years has stalled. The so-called reggae revival movement, which emerged in the mid-2010s with the rise of Chronixx, Protege and others, and by extension, stymied reggae's future. The so-called reggae revival movement, which emerged in the mid-2010s with the rise of Chronixx, Protege and others, and by extension, stymied reggae future. He was heavily critical of Coffee in particular, pointing to lack of spirituality and consciousness in her musical output. And he goes on to say, for me, the reggae revival is fake. There was only a group of artists, most of them uptown people and without an extremely humble origin, who took advantage of an empty space to promote a new musical style, as in the case of Coffee, which was nourished by the Gengri genre, but based on pop to get closer to the big markets and reach a quick but ephemeral success, Mancebo said. Pardon if I got that word wrong, I think it's ephemeral or ephemeral. So people like him say once upon a time I ghetto people who did a look a way out in our music and I keep it away, but some uptown people who just come in and took advantage of the thing and bring in a different type of music instead of just try keep the reggae alive and keep it revive and anything. Are you ready? Coffee's career has floundered over the past 18 months. She released 2019's Grammy-winning Rapture EP, which spawned her breakthrough hit Toast, which earned over 50 million on-demand streams in the US. Toast, yeah. So we are coming with a force, yeah. And then the 2022's full-length project under the Promised Land Records imprint. In my guide all the steps I take, yeah. Guiding the steps I take. But then she encountered strong headwinds peculiar to reggae stars such as lack of streaming data from the core fan base in Jamaica and restricted radio play opportunities in the American industry. Mancebo feels betrayed by the new reggae frontrunners who created a movement which he believes has failed to win over US or European audience while simultaneously managing to alienate the roots reggae fan base in Europe. They don't know, and I said they don't know. Oh, this so-called movement, lacking the necessary spirituality and consciousness, did not follow in the wake of the greats like Luciano, Anthony B, Ruth and Fire, or Coco T, who kept producing material continuously and touring around Europe and the US non-stop. USA non-stop. Mancebo mused. They were dedicated to experimenting with new styles different from roots reggae, but using their Jamaican origin and nationality to try to penetrate the European audiences.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? How can you be so ungrateful?
Mancebo added that Chronic's absence on the live music scene has further doomed the appeal of reggae amongst the European audiences.
Only you know, yeah. Only you know.
Yeah, people, so even when all is said, you see there, he said that he believed that reggae can be saved. Here's hope again. That is why this roots and culture tree tour was so important in re-establishing the bass, returning to the industry, to the basics, he said. And he also said that the talent buyers at the major festival noted how well the tour did every night when they packed venues. 500 in Berlin, 400 plus in Geneva, 300 in small club, and all of that. So you can read the rest of the report and in the Jamaica Observer online if you need to follow up on that.
Yeah, girl, you not get the chance to break me heart 2 times, although me love you.
Well, you know, as they say, they need more people in reggae. You know, a lot of people singing reggae, but they're not die hard in reggae people. You know, they just dabble in a reggae lick and them thing there. You know, so they want people who sleep, breathe, and eat reggae and them thing there. As we see Cargo have a nice reggae tune going, you know, say Cargo and a reggae artist, a dancehall artist. So, you know, they want people who eat, sleep, and breathe reggae and them thing there. They can come with the culture, the roots, and bring it back to where it was. Although my people have a time when reggae just go up on the lower and then it just come up back. So you can just watch out for it forward back again strong. So that is my opinion. Cause right now we see Cargo come like him have a reggae hit, and even him somebody who him did a war with, Mr. Vegas, in up in him studio. You see how powerful music is, and share some of the things where go on in there.
People, you not forgive me. You not forgive me. A cargo not a lane, and I'm alone, I go up in a lane, reggae lane.
I'm kind of rate Cargo still, you know, cause he's not selfish. So it look like it's gonna be a juggling on that rhythm that he have.
Reggae have to come back in. Reggae have to come back in. How long is it take to come back in?
Yo! You could have cussed me like a puss. We can't cuss each other the same.
But one thing it can't take away, I tell him.
Well, that's it for our next show again, you know, people. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until then, walk good.